Good to be here. Thanks for coming out. Oh, this is me. I'm Shannon. This is a story. My fuckboy, don't remember his name. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to remember names sometimes. Here's what happened. What he had going for him, he's 6'3", important. I don't think you should be short as a man. They have leg surgeries available for purchase. Why is anyone 5'7"? I don't know. He was rich. He had a consulting job. He wore expensive clothes. He went to an Ivy League, okay, paid for everything. He didn't talk a lot, and that was important to me. I liked that. And then he gave me drugs, hot. Okay, really important. Cocaine.
Fuck yeah.
So what could have gone wrong? Okay. These are just like the red flags that we'll get into. He was disgusting. We hung out and I was like looking at his hands because I do this thing where I go on dates and I look at a guy's fingers because I want to know what's going on there. If that's going in me, I want to know what you're doing with that. So I make a point to look at their nails, and he had a nail hanging off his finger. Like, what are you doing?
Okay. I mean,
Yeah. His apartment, we'll get into this, just like horribly decorated, obviously, but like, he would text me 2 times a day. Literally, one time in the morning and one time at the end of the day, and that was it for an entire summer. And then we were hanging out one time and I was like, oh yeah, like what kind of humor do you like? And he was just like, fucked up. I was like, you need to stop. You need to stop right now. And then his bed vibrated, guys. That was real. Like, that's crazy. Has anyone ever experienced this? It's insane. He was like, hang on, and then it was like shaking. I was like, turn this off.
So he was 87 years old, but you're telling me.
Yes. Is that a thing for old people?
I think so, yeah. They need the joints and all that shit, right?
Really?
I made that up, I don't know.
That sounds completely made up.
Vibrating is different than...
Yeah, okay, so here's what happened. We met at an underground club during COVID, remember her? And they had like parties inside, and only like people that were like, fuck this, I'm cool, but like didn't want to be seen would go. So I was like, we're aligned on that, that's cool. He came up to me, hot, okay, make the first move, that's good. He said, where are you from? He said this in a way of like, what kind of black person are you? And that is, there's a lot of white people they don't understand, but he was like, oh, like, where are you from? And I was like, Virginia. Like, I'm just like regular black. Like, I'm not like, I don't know the country.
You're asking like hood or suburbs, which one?
Yeah, well.
How many white friends do you have?
Exactly. And then he was like, okay, do you want drugs? And I was like, okay, we should get married, because that's awesome. And that's where the bar is, on the floor. I was like, and I should be together forever. That's literally, I was like, yes, let's go. Okay, and then we start texting 14 hours before. Like, it was so weird. He would not text me at any other time in the day. It was just in the morning and at night. And then, yeah, it would take the whole week to plan one hangout. It would be like, what day? Oh, I'm free this day. Oh, I can't. Like, that whole exchange. If you do it twice a day, it's the math. It takes forever. We started hanging out. I didn't know his name. I really didn't know his name for a long time. So, yeah, you shouldn't know a man's name, but I didn't know it. And he kept saying my name, and I was like, you're so funny. And he didn't speak, he didn't talk. And then we did like these dates outside, and so we went to a nightclub, then we went to a comedy show, and then I went to his apartment. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever walked into in my life, and he like made a joke about it, and I was like, you can't make a joke about it because I'm in this, I'm living in this is not, like, just the shopping cart was just in them, it was broken, I was like, throw it out, but his apartment was the trash place. And then his bed vibrated, and I was like, this isn't nice, your apartment is disgusting, like this, why do you have this feature? It's weird. And then this is the worst thing. His best friend is this like German dude, and he does art. He's an artist, and he would like fly to Europe all the time, and he would sell his art. And like so cool, he has like a gallery, whatever. Gave him one of his pieces to keep in his apartment. and he put it up with black duct tape on the sides of it, not even flush to the side of the, literally it was, the corners were out. I was like, what? He didn't even bubble the tape and stick it on the back. I was like, how did you get into an Ivy League? What are you doing? That is how it looked. I was like, what is your problem? And why is your bed vibrating? And why don't you speak? What's going on? I'm like running the show of this whole date and it's horrible, all of it. I'm like, what's happening? This was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I didn't have sex with him, but I did sleep in his bed, and that seems worse. I don't know. That seems like the worst option, honestly.
Did it vibrate when you were sleeping? Okay.
I don't even remember. I think he did it after. It was so weird. It was like light. You couldn't even really feel it, but there was a hum. It was not. Don't get that. So then he's like starting to ghost me. He's texting me even less, if you can believe it, than he was. And I wanted to dump him first, so I'm like because I'm like, you're not gonna be disgusting and ghost me. So I was like, I'm gonna text him and get the conversation started 2 weeks before I actually wanna dump him because it's gonna take that long. And so I was just like, hey, what's going on? What's up? And then he was just like, yeah, I don't really want anything right now. And I was like, no, I wanted to do this. I was supposed to dump you. And then I was like, okay, cool. And then that was it. Mess. Literally mess. Oh, this is my reading situation. Ivy League graduate, over 6 foot, he's a stunted man. He thinks he's killing it, and that's a problem. And I should have bullied him. I should have been bullying him the whole time. I should have done that, right?
Did you ever see this Ivy League degree? I think he got you on that one.
I did not see it. That's a good...
Ivy League School, University of DeVry.
Yeah, listen.
Duct tape to his wall?
Yes, yeah. Okay, so what's your diagnosis? What
are the benefits of a vibrating bed? That's what I want to know. Can we Google that right now?
I think it's really cool when you're on cocaine. I think that's...
Yeah, it's a cocaine purchase. That's something you buy on cocaine.
I do have to say, I've been pretty negative on a lot of the guys tonight. This guy is generous with his coke. The way you describe the bed is just a light hum, which, I'm sorry, it has piqued my interest. And duct taping a priceless work of art is one of the most punk rock things I've ever heard in my life. So I'm already rooting for this guy. I'm sorry, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. I think you should give him a second chance.
Can I ask you like a real question?
Yes.
Like, if he didn't say like I'm not in anything, like would you have tried to go on a second date with him?
I would have continued on, yeah. Fully. I would have been like, what are we doing this weekend? Are we doing drugs? I can help you.
Save yourself. Yes.
Thank you.
He's black, right?
Yeah.
Well, he should support black love.
None of the story made any difference. He made his mind up 40 minutes ago.
Did you lie about attending Ivy League school?
Double hearts for me.